I watched the whole series last night, and I was, made me think a lot about my aging parents, where I'm going to be in 40 years, how families handle this. And I was really struck by how your two characters, they're in the same family, but they have very different approaches to caring for their uncle, managing him, handling his legacy. And I wonder if you guys could talk about how you approach that. And I wonder, because we meet Reggie first, maybe Omar could speak first, if that's okay.
Yeah. Well, for me, that's one of the things that I drew from in my real life because my parents are aging, and thus everybody in their age group is aging, all of my aunts and uncles. And it's something that I speak with my actual friends about a lot because nothing in life really prepares you for that, for what you deal with watching the people that you grew up as your heroes and idolizing be in need. And so this was something that the approach that I took was one of love and humanity and kindness from Reggie to Ptolemy. And hopefully it came across, and I mean, for you to binge it all in one night, man, you're the one who should be doing the interview.
And for me, it's interesting, Omar. You brought up the idea of preparedness, and I think really what Nisi struggles with is that though she is a matriarchal role in the family, and she has a history of taking care of other people, definitely taking care of Robin, taking care of Ptolemy in the past, taking care of Robin's mother. It even sounds like. I think Nisi is not prepared to see her uncle deteriorate, and I think that's where things fall apart for her. I think it's a really hard thing to watch someone who you admire, you love, who you probably thought was one of the smartest guys in the world, who was charming and funny and fun and filled with had friends around him all the time. It's hard to watch that person deteriorate, and I think Nisi struggles with that. Um, and that's why her approach, like you said, is different from Reggie's. I think she loves Ptolemy, obviously, and she cares about him, and she cares enough to send a responsible, beautiful human like Reggie to go take care of Ptolemy. But I think she herself cannot face him in his current state. It's hard.
I think Nisi makes some decisions that, on the surface, they seem not that they're not compassionate choices. She makes some choices to protect her own family. And I think that she might not, on the surface, Reggie looks like the more compassionate character, but he also has made a decision that's going to leave Ptolemy in the lurch. He just doesn't get to play it out, right? Like they both, maybe you could talk about how Nisi, like the actions she takes to protect her family that maybe leave Ptolemy vulnerable.
I think that so first she sends Reggie there to help Ptolemy, and then she sends Robin, and she deputizes, let's say, the job of taking care of this older family member. I think Nisi's really just struggling to figure out life, right? She has a household. She's now got Nina's kids who are there all the time, and then there's Nina. I think she has a history of always being the one to take care of other people. And there is a point, I talked about this with the director of our first episode, Ramin, who helped develop the series. We talked about, at some point, Nisi's just tired, man. She is exhausted. Her brain is tired, her body is tired, and the responsibility is overwhelming. And that's like a very human thing, just being overwhelmed by the responsibility and making decisions in the moment because you think you're protecting your family, whether they are the right or wrong decision. But sometimes it's just in the moment because you feel overwhelmed.
For sure. It was a really great series. As I said, watched it straight through, loved it. I'm going to wrap up right now, but thanks so much for making time for me today. And
Thanks,
Thank you,
Karen.
Aaron.
thanks.
Thank you.